Good morning, everyone. Meteorologist Hutch Johnson joining you as you head out the door. Here's what you need to know. We have an ice storm warning added to parts of northeast South Dakota, where ice accumulation is expected to be significant. Snow and ice will be possible, mainly in ice on the southern band of this storm system. Winter storm warnings remain in effect. A look at the radar coming up now as you're heading out the door. What do you need to know? What's changed as we head into the rest of your day?
Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
All right, thanks to my sponsors at Robert Gibb & Sons. Thanks to you for watching and trusting me with your weather information. If you have a question, drop it in the comment section below. But first and foremost, the purple area you see in northeast South Dakota is under an ice storm warning. This includes Watertown, Millbank, as well as Clear Lake. Now, to the north of that, as you head into Roberts County, the Sisseton area, still a winter storm warning there. So that's what's going on. Our warnings for the ice storm in effect from the National Weather Service in Aberdeen, but it's in effect only until we go into the 1 p.m. time frame. So the icing will take place this morning, then it's all snow, and a winter weather advisory will kick back in until 7 o'clock tonight. So that's the latest with that. Now let's take a look at that radar and show you what's going on with the rest of the region. The heavier snow, as forecast, beginning to redevelop now. So it's a lull in the Fargo area as we head into the morning hours. How much snow has fallen? Yesterday in Moorhead, upwards of 2 inches of snow on the ground. I've measured another 1/2 of an inch here in the overnight hours, and basically we're talking about 2.5 inches or so. I did get a report from West Fargo of a total of 2.7 inches for Fargo so far. So that was not the main event, but that's what's fallen. Some of it, much of it, has melted off area roads, but this is a look at the radar as we head into the morning hours. So some of the heavier precipitation bands showing up down near the Aberdeen, Redfield area, Groton, South Dakota, seeing some of that heavier snow developing. This is really not all that terribly strong with. What about wind gusts right now as we head into the morning hours? This is a look at where the winds are the strongest. Gusts are in the 20s of miles per hour to near 30 as you go down the I-94 corridor here down towards the Alexandria area, and gusts of around 15 to 20 miles per hour is all in the trees out in parts of northern Minnesota. So that's what's going on with wind gusts. Temperatures right now fluttering with freezing in Fargo and Grand Forks. We do have some 20s up in the northern part near the Devil's Lake Basin at this particular hour. Now, are we still expecting some snow? A fast look at that update with the forecast with the latest model that's coming out right now. So let's go ahead and take a quick peek at that to get you out the door. Yes, as a matter of fact, we are expecting significant snow potential as we head into the day hours today. And here we go. So this is our morning look at the radar. Then as we go in towards, let's say, about 10 o'clock in the morning, things really blossom and expand. Icing moves out of South Dakota into Minnesota, as we showed you, and that will continue to work its way eastward as we go through. But look at the aerial coverage of the snow. Northern half to 2/3 of Minnesota and the eastern half of the Dakotas seeing bands of moderate to heavy snow where you see the dark blues. Now, some of the very heaviest snow could come with a rumble of thunder down in parts of southern Minnesota, southwestern Minnesota, heavy rain, icing, and then very heavy snow to the tune of 2 inches of snow per hour. That band is shifted just a bit south, but it lifts northward as we go through. So periods of snow right up into Grand Forks. That seems to be the cutoff on this particular model. And as we look at the rest of the day, look at the wind shift easterly to northeasterly here as we go into the 6 to 7 o'clock time frame tonight. Still snowing pretty good. Then after that, the snow decreases in intensity. Still some light snow out there accumulating. The wind becomes northerly, and as forecast the last couple of days, this system dries up pretty late. So how much additional snow are we looking for as we take a look at this? And let's go ahead and take a look at the snowfall totals that are on here right now for the first frame of this, and it's showing very little. So here we go. This is going to be a good estimate. This model saying an additional 3 to 5 inches of snow here in the dark blue, and again about another 3 to 6 or 7 inches in the pink areas there near the South Dakota border and out towards those heavier bands that set up in parts of central Minnesota. So this would include Alexandria. This would include that heavier band right here just north of the Twin Cities as we go down towards St. Cloud, with lowering amounts as we go north to Park Rapids and up into the areas there near Bemidji. I do want to check one. Nope, there's not really another good model coming in here. Let me take a look at the Canadian model. This one was updated overnight, and it's still holding true with what we saw earlier in the evening. So I will stick with the original forecast for storm total snowfall amounts here. Storm total snowfall amounts between 3 and 9 inches in this area right here. This little finger going up north into parts of northeast North Dakota near Walhalla still is a possibility, but we haven't seen that much. Sure is for sure going to start in Moorhead, says Courtney. This heavier band of snow that we see to the south of us right now, I'm loading up the radar here as we speak, is still on to reach the Fargo-Moorhead area on every model that I've seen. So there's a very good bet that we get some significant snow. We could be on the lower end of this, the 3 to 5 inch window in the FM area with more south based on the original, the brand new model that's coming in. But I'm going to caution you this, Courtney and Angel, thanks for watching. Kara, good to see you on board. Thanks for watching this morning. I caution this. The model that I just showed you is updated every single hour, and those hourly updated models are using model data to start with. There is some new inputted data from satellite estimations of wind speed and temperatures and such, but at the surface. But other than that, we do not have information through the mid-levels of the atmosphere from a weather balloon launch. Allison from Grand Forks joining. Dogs are sure happy to see, happy with the morning snow. Indeed, a little bit of fun out there to kind of run and play in. Here is a couple of snowfall reports to close this off and show you the radar once again. We do have some snowfall reports in and around our area, and I have just updated you with the very latest measurement I took. So it's showing 1.5 to 1.6 inches between Fargo and Moorhead, now up to closer to 2.5 inches through the overnight hours and late night last night. So that's what we got going on here. A 3-inch report from earlier in Findlay. 1.8 is the measurement in Devil's Lake from this system. Getting out into Lakes Country, 2.2 in Hackensack out there, not far from the Paul Bunyan State Forest and just south of Leech Lake. As we go down farther south here, it looks like a leader at 2 inches rather, and that's all the reports I have there. In Battle Lake picking up 4 inches of much needed snow for Lakes Country. Down in South Dakota, we had our yesterday report of 6 inches in Watertown. That's what's going on. Road conditions, as we take a quick peek at that too. Let's get going with North Dakota first, and we'll travel around the region here. We do have some icy conditions reported on Interstate 94. So yellow is ice on the area roads that you're seeing in yellow. That includes Valley City to Jamestown and down towards Foreman. No image available from that one. Let's go out toward the Ariska area. And yes, you could see there, very icy looking and snowy. Some real good snow accumulation appears to be evident in Barnes County there, more than has been reported. And if you haven't reported or stuck a ruler in it, we have no idea how much this is. We rely on reports from folks like you. So Jamestown, same thing goes. Accumulation on the interstate as we went through the overnight hours, and it's icy. Foreman not working right now, but here is a look at the Verona area, and it too has some snow accumulation on area roads. I will say parts of North Dakota are under a fog advisory out to the west. So if you're watching in western North Dakota, here's a look at the Bismarck area. If you're heading and traveling through the capital city, looks like some areas of fog showing up here. We do have a dense fog advisory for Dickinson out toward the oil patch. I'll show you what that looks right now as we head out west. So here's a look in Dickinson. Significant fog taking place with the cold ground and the moist air blowing over the top of it. Here's Watford City. Well, let's go just south of Watford City on US 85. You can see there that we do have some foggy conditions taking place there. But once you get up into Williston, things there a little bit better with the visibility, a little more clear and crisp shots taking place. So impacts across North Dakota are light right now, but should deteriorate as the snow band intensifies in southeast North Dakota and moves into west central parts of Minnesota. Speaking thereof, in Minnesota, the purple counties that you see here are all under the winter weather advisories in the north and far south, and winter storm warnings, as we showed you. Look at this Alexandria area. Some crashes showing up here in asterisks on this, so take it slow, please. Let's take a look at that Alexandria to Barnesville area, and this is what we're looking at. Let me make sure this is has a timestamp on it. Yep, we do have some very icy looking conditions on the cameras right now, and that's probably what's got people slip sliding away out here. Eastbound crash there on the northern side of Alexandria, and as we go down to the southern side of Alexandria, a vehicle has been reported to be spun out. A couple of these cameras shots not working very good. That's what's going on. As you take a look at the road surface, a coating of ice has been laid over the roads on I-94 near the Alexandria area. So keep that in mind as you're traveling out there. Give yourself extra time. Slow down. You can hit these icy patches pretty easily and quickly as you travel across the area. Okay, now other areas in Minnesota. Let's look at Lake Park. Things looking like there was some improvement there as far as what's happened overnight on the sides of the road, but the road surface itself has some light icing here and there. As you go up towards Monoman, we do have roads up there that are looking to be not as snowy. That's kind of as expected. Last night we had big time snow working its way through southern Minnesota. Real sticky roads reported down there as you moved up in towards the Twin Cities. So this is what things are looking like as you get a little bit closer to St. Michael on Interstate 94. The sides of the roads do have snow, but the road itself is clear of snow. There could be some icy spots. Temperatures have warmed a little bit in the Twin Cities. And just to the south and to the west of the Twin Cities, it was covered with snow last night. And we definitely do have some snow-covered roads south of the cities. This is Highway 108 out there, but the road surface has been cleared off somewhat, so that's helpful as we get ready for the next band of snow. Southern Minnesota rain today, maybe even some rumbles of thunder with the storm system. And again, that is a look at the weather. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. That's a look. Where is the snow? Let's get that radar back up for you in case you joined this live late. You can always rewatch this on hutchesweather.com as well, anytime, anywhere on my Facebook page. And let's get you to the latest radar here as I switch over. Okay, so the snow right now, as forecast, was supposed to pick up between, say, 5 a.m. and 8 a.m. was my words earlier this morning and into last night. Right up here in northern South Dakota, moving north throughout the day. There's an orientation starting to show up like this, southwest to northeast of this band, but the low pressure center's down here. So I anticipate we'll see this filling in a little bit. Quite a dry slot or dry area over northern parts of Minnesota right now. So a nice break going on there. But we do anticipate, and the model run that I just showed shows that we will continue to see the bands of snow. I'll keep you updated right here. If you have a snowfall report, it's very helpful. Have you comment on that? I'll pass it along to the National Weather Service. Good morning, Sean. Good to have you on board. Snow sticking to the ground in Perham. Head over to hutchesweather.com anytime, anywhere. And I want to show you where you can see some live streaming cameras. If you scroll down the page down to the bottom, friends of mine over at the Northern Transcon Rail Cam network set up, it's called the Ottertail channel. You're going to see that page showing up right here on my bottom bar, the green dot. Remember that, NTROTC. That is a network of cameras across the region, and there's 16 of them. So you can pick the individual spot cameras, or you can look at the whole window of 16 here, and we'll let that load up here as we watch take a peek across the portions of western Minnesota and central Minnesota all the way out to the Twin Cities. You could get a feel for what's going on right now and where. It looks like some icy conditions in the Perham area. Thanks for your report too, by the way, Sean. Will travel get tricky for kids getting out of school in the FM area in the afternoon, Kara? It does look like it, so there will be that concern. Looking into Duluth here, we've got some wet sticky snow there. Brainerd Lakes area, wet sticky snow there. Remember, you can go full size on any of these cameras by going down to the list here. And again, bookmark this page for my friends over there at the Northern Transcon Railcam Network, the Ottertail channel. 16 cameras live everywhere from Moorhead, Minnesota right here. You can get a bird's eye view of what's going on in Detroit Lakes right now with sticky roads in the city, but mainly the sidewalks. And we're expecting more snow for you as well. St. Paul right now, we do have some snow from last night that is on the ground in the Twin Cities. Newport, Minnesota, seeing snow showers as well as Prescott. Now, right now, most of the snowfall is quieter. There's the Richville area and a look at the Motley. Right now, for you folks in that Staples Motley area, there is some sticky wet snow that is out there right now. So thanks to my friends at the Ottertail channel for putting this and providing us with this look. Again, the OTC network of cameras is available on hutchesweather.com. Photo uploads from yesterday. If you do have reports of snow, stick a ruler in it and measure it and put it here throughout the day. As we had some beautiful views shared, you can see and upload your photos at hutchesweather.com, clicking on the viewer pics link right there or at the bottom of the page. The button behind my skull here, that's the one you push if you're looking to upload a photo and share with the rest of us. For now, I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson, thanking each and every one of you for following me on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit the subscribe channel. It helps me out a great deal. And again, have a wonderful day. I have a report from Jake here that says a dusting in Bemidji. Will there be enough snow by 2 p.m. for some sledding? The kids want to know. Well, it does look like Bemidji will be on that on the edge of the storm, to be perfectly honest with you. So right now I've got a report from the Bemidji area of 0.1 inches of snow. I do think you stand to see a couple of inches of snow and more to your south the way this is looking. And the forecast still stands. I've got you in the 3 to 9 category for snowfall amounts as we go through the day. I will pop that back up for your convenience and we'll end on this. 3 to 9 inches of snow in the pink area here. I do think Fergus Falls will be in that same zone. I do think northern Otter Tail will be in that, but as you go south, it's going to be a little bit more of that chance of some icing in the early part of the storm here as we go through the morning half of the day. In the afternoon, it should become mostly snow across the northern half of Minnesota. I will keep you posted throughout the day. It will be trickier travel as we go into the mid-morning through early afternoon time frame from Fargo and even up into Grand Forks. Grand Forks, this is where the most uncertainty exists on the north side, where we'll have that ramp, the shutoff, if you will, of the heavy snow. Same thing goes for the southern area. This southern area down here in blue, there's going to be some areas that just get very little in the far of additional accumulation today, just some sticky slush that melts fairly quickly because of your temperatures right now. So radar shows the heavier snow getting started as we look down into South Dakota on the border. It will be blossoming and intensifying fairly quickly, and I do believe that will take place as we go between now and about 10 a.m. in and around Fargo, Moorhead, and Point South, and that will be persistent here and moving into Lakes Country and central and northern portions of Minnesota as we go through the day. That's a look right now. I'll keep you posted right here. Thanks for watching and have a good start to the day, and stay informed. Have flexible travel plans and give yourself extra time.